You seen Boosie?
Somebody actually yelled.
What you see about me?
So what is it?
Sure. Hold on, you might not want to see everything. Hold on, don't do that.
But get y'all man's chat. Y'all man.
Don't do that, my boy. Don't do that.
NWA.
Nah, I can't do my boy DDG like that. I can't do him like that. You know, he'll be a good dude. Like,
we don't know, bro. Nobody need to be talking about we stupid. That ain't we being stupid. It's we trusting niggas. Like, we don't be like, we don't have the people around us to tell us to go get a contract. Ain't none of our niggas telling us when we first trying to get on to, man, read this in the contract. We don't have them type of friends. If you from the gutter, sign that on. You know, like, I'm telling you, bro, like, but it's a basic contract, bro. Like, it's that same, man, about 10 hours. You're gonna be on that 30 years. 20, not 30, 20 for sure. If you don't have a leeway to wiggle out that.
Boosie launched his own podcast after things got messy with Vlad over a disagreement about money, and ever since he moved over to Patreon, the numbers have been going wild. Every time Boosie speaks, people stay tuned in because they already know something controversial is about to be said. Recently, Boosie started talking about the situation involving Finesse2Tymes, J Prince Jr., and mob ties.
If you don't have a leeway to wiggle out that motherfucker, bro. I was on contract from about 19 years old, 18 years old to 34. Since I became independent, like, I don't even read. I send that straight to my entertainment law. If anybody looking at right now, if you ain't got no entertainment lawyer, bro, man, you gonna get beat, bro. Like, we don't know. That's why they go to school for that. They are sharp with this. They can read that contract and break it down to you in gangster terms, in street knowledge. Well, this means we don't know what that means. Then they got shit in there that clauses that'll your head up, and it's saying some whole other shit. It just means say this, but mean this. Then they got options. You think you got 6 albums on this contract? No, you got an option to do 2 more. So he keep you another 6 years to do 2 more albums. Man, it's just we as street dudes are not sharp in that area.
This also wasn't the first time he touched on the topic either, because Boosie has dealt with similar label drama from back in his own early music days. He knows exactly how ugly those business situations can turn. But this time, Boosie came way harder than before. He straight up blasted mob ties and accused them of doing Finesse dirty with a bad contract situation that could end up costing him everything if things keep going left. Boosie even gave Finesse some street smart advice and told him to switch up his stage name, move like a whole new artist, and start releasing music under a fresh identity. And it looks like Finesse2Tymes actually listened to him, because he quickly changed his name to 250 Ricky and immediately started shaking things up with a brand new album. Once the album dropped under the name 250 Ricky, people online instantly started connecting the dots. A lot of fans believed the move was all about escaping the problems tied to his old business deals and creating a clean slate for himself. Social media went wild almost overnight. Fans were shocked by how fast everything happened, and the internet started debating whether Boosie's advice really helped save Finesse's career before things got even messier behind the scenes. Meanwhile, other people were calling the whole situation messy and saying the music business can turn ice cold once contracts, money, and loyalty start crashing into each other behind the scenes. A lot of fans started realizing just how fast things can go left when paperwork gets involved. Things got even more heated after clips from Boosie's podcast started spreading all over the internet.
nothing but positivity on my name, nothing but nah. And he ready to do a 24-hour stream with 250? Come on, you think I'm finna disrespect a dude willing to with me, like who ready to, and don't give a f what the other people got to say, cause there's all this going on right now. I'm dealing with an industry full of people who don't want to deal with 250 because they worry about what such and such gonna say. But it's okay, cause we done paid our own way and we're gonna continue to pay our own way, and it's going on. You hear me? But look, do what Boosie had to say.
Eat what you don't want you to eat, bro. What you think about Finesse contract? Everybody signed that contract, man. I had the same thing, bro. I think they did the same contract for everybody label, they just changed the mother name. That's all part of your first contract, you gonna sign that, that's gonna be.
Fans were breaking down every single thing Boosie said about bad contracts, the industry, and artists getting trapped in ugly situations. The conversations online started getting loud fast. A lot of people began siding with Finesse2Tymes, saying artists need to pay way more attention before signing major deals. Others argued this type of drama happens behind closed doors all the time, but this case blew up because so many big names were attached to it. Either way, everybody wanted to see what move 250 Ricky would make next. As the drama kept getting bigger, more fans started digging through old interviews and past business moves connected to the situation. People online were reposting clips, dropping theories, and arguing non-stop over who was really right in all this mess. The internet turned into a full-blown debate zone overnight. Some people believed 250 Ricky was simply trying to break free and finally take control of his own career, while others felt the entire fallout should have stayed private behind closed doors. At the same time, Boosie kept speaking his mind with zero filter, which only made the conversation around mob ties and the music industry get even louder. Meanwhile, 250 Ricky stayed locked in on promoting his new music and building attention around the name change.
I had about 10 albums. She gonna be on this about 20 years. It's crazy. Like this, that's it. That's a basic contract.
Look,
That's a limited contract. That's a cash running contract. That's a true entertainment contract. That's a rap a lot contract. That's every contract, bro. You sign up to get in the game, bro. It's just you gotta figure out the wiggle out there, bro. Figure out that's every contract. That ain't just ain't eat what you don't want you to eat, bro. What you think about Finesse?
with that type of shit, I respect it because
he gotta just say, man, these dumb, and he can't put himself a part of everybody a part. Cause you gotta think about, like I was telling Lil Wayne, this from Birdman, having all this, bro, like this, when you really think about it.
See, this is my thing. This is my thing. I don't know because Wayne,
remember he just cried for the 250, literally 250,000. I mean, I said 250 million.
That's what I'm saying. But this is my thing though.
Even with all the noise online, supporters were saying the rebrand might end up becoming one of the smartest moves of his career. Streams started climbing fast, reaction videos were flooding the internet, and fans kept watching closely to see if more artists would begin exposing contract problems too. The whole situation became a massive online talking point, especially once more people started questioning how much control artists really have after signing major deals. The situation kept getting bigger as hip-hop blogs, reaction channels, and gossip pages continued covering every new update connected to Boosie, 250 Ricky, and mob ties. Every day seemed to bring another viral clip or heated discussion online. Some fans felt Boosie was speaking from real-life experience and genuinely trying to warn younger artists before they end up making expensive mistakes in the industry. Others believed the public back and forth was only making the tension worse behind the scenes and putting even more attention on the situation. Either way, people couldn't stop watching. Every live stream, interview, and social media post seemed to add another layer to the drama and keep the internet buzzing nonstop. As more details floated around online, fans started wondering if this entire situation could change the way artists handle contracts moving forward.
Like everybody.
Through the black, the OGs get off at getting off on the when they get off at doing it. Like, what? How can you walk around with your head high and your chest out knowing you got off on the young nigga, the same young nigga that you trying to motivate.
Right.
You fake. You fake motivating the nigga. Like, oh, we gotta do this and we gotta do this and we gotta move like this and we gotta move like that. But then when you get when it's you and it's so I got the to the point where woo and I can get him to woo and I'm woo and I can, because you know that you talking to, he on the same time you on.
Right. Yeah, but they on some head
and all them. And then when we come around, you can tell because they tend to stray a little bit. You can tell they try to stand off like they playing security. Nah, you know not to get up on me.
The baby standing there like a.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so you so it's like I don't know. It's tough to deal with this. You gotta have tough skin to deal with this.
It's just like really about knowing it. Really not like that.
Yeah, but it don't. But this the part that don't even matter to me. No, like the not being like that part. It's okay. Like it's okay to not be like that. Like I said, like you ain't gotta be like that, and I'm still gonna respect you just like I respect. It's like that.
A lot of people were saying ownership and independent moves are becoming more important than ever after seeing everything play out so publicly. At the same time, clips of Boosie giving advice kept spreading across social media, with supporters calling him one of the few artists willing to openly speak on the business side of the music industry. Meanwhile, curiosity kept growing about what kind of response could come next from the other side of the situation. By this point, the conversation had become way bigger than just music, with fans debating loyalty, business moves, and how much trust artists should really place in the people around them. The internet was fully locked in. Some people felt 250 Ricky was making bold moves to protect his future and finally take control of his career, while others believed situations like this can seriously damage relationships behind the scenes for a long time. The opinions online were split right down the middle. No matter which side people picked, one thing stayed clear: everybody kept watching every single update closely. The story continued gaining more attention every day as reactions flooded social media non-stop. With all the buzz surrounding the situation, many fans started wondering if 250 Ricky's career was about to level up even more after the fresh start and major name change. Supporters kept saying the controversy accidentally gave 250 Ricky even bigger exposure, while critics questioned how the business fallout could affect everything long-term. At the same time, Boosie kept standing firmly on his opinions during interviews and online discussions, which only kept the topic alive all across social media. Every new comment, reaction, and repost pushed the story even further and kept people talking non-stop about what might happen next. As the weeks passed, the situation continued pulling more attention from fans, bloggers, and even other artists watching everything unfold online. Some people even started calling this a major lesson for upcoming rappers about reading contracts carefully and protecting their careers before signing anything serious. The entire situation turned into one of the hottest conversations online for a minute. Others believed the public drama was becoming a bigger distraction than the actual music itself. Still, every time Boosie or 250 Ricky posted something new, social media exploded again with reactions, debates, and non-stop speculation about where the situation could lead next. The internet stayed fully invested in every little update. At this point, the entire situation had turned into one of the biggest stories across hip-hop blogs, gossip pages, and reaction channels online. Fans kept replaying old clips, breaking down interviews, and trying to figure out what was really happening behind closed doors. Everybody had their own theory about the situation. Some people believed 250 Ricky was finally taking full control of his own path, while others felt the industry drama had gotten way too public. Either way, the attention wasn't slowing down at all, and every new post connected to Boosie, mob ties, or 250 Ricky instantly had people flooding the comments section with reactions. The longer the situation stayed active online, the more people started questioning how often artists deal with pressure behind the scenes without fans ever knowing about it. A lot of supporters were saying the music business can get way darker and more complicated than people realize once contracts and money get involved. Supporters of 250 Ricky kept encouraging him to stay independent and continue building under his new name, while critics argued that public disputes in the industry can spiral out of control fast. The debates online kept getting louder every single day as more people picked sides and shared opinions. Meanwhile, Boosie continued speaking openly about industry struggles from his own experiences, which brought even more attention to his podcast and every update connected to the mob ties and contract situation. By this point, the entire drama had become a non-stop topic across live streams, blogs, reaction channels, and hip-hop discussions online. Fans were paying attention to every little detail, trying to see if more information would finally come out about the contract issues and all the fallout happening behind the scenes. The internet stayed locked into every update connected to the situation. Some people respected 250 Ricky for making such a bold career move, while others believed the tension between everybody involved was only getting deeper as time went on. The debates online kept getting louder, and people couldn't stop picking sides in the comments. No matter what opinion people had, one thing stayed clear. The internet could not stop talking about this situation, and the buzz kept growing bigger every single day. Finesse2Tymes also responded to everything Boosie had been saying during a live stream, and those clips instantly started spreading everywhere across social media. A lot of fans had mixed reactions to the whole situation, with some agreeing with Boosie while others defended Finesse and his side of everything. The internet stayed divided, and people were going back and forth non-stop in the comments about who was really right. Check out the clips and let me know what you think down below. And make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe to Dripzine for more breaking hip-hop stories and viral industry drama, and turn on all notifications so you never miss a new upload. Also, don't forget to hit that hype button because it helps the channel in a major way.